Welcome. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
I have a yoga block because they're very handy when you want to bring the earth a little bit closer to you. I understand that most people don't just have yoga blocks at home. You all are not yoga teachers. But a nice sturdy book is an excellent alternative to this, like a hardback dictionary or encyclopedia. Cookbooks are good. Anything hardback. So if you want to grab that now, that's a great thing to grab. Also, it'd be really nice to grab a small towel or a belt or a strap or something, just to reach your foot with a couple times. And other things. So if you want to grab those two things now, that'd be great. And now that I don't have the earpods in, I'm talking loud enough for everybody just to confirm?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. What has been working in the Zoom classes that I've been teaching, because at Westport Yoga we do Zoom classes, what has been working is once class starts, it's good to mute everybody just in case there's like dogs barking or kids in the house or any of that stuff. If you are opposed to that, I'm fine with the outside noise, but that's kind of what's been working in our classes. So if you're interested in that, Josh, I think you're the host, so you have the power to mute everybody.
Yeah, I can do that. Well, somehow, Jesse, you got muted.
Yeah, I got myself.
Okay. I was like, I didn't mute you, but you muted at the same time as muting someone else. All right. We are probably ready whenever you are.
Okay, wonderful.
Your hair's gotten long.
Let's just find a nice tall seat. Any comfortable seat that you like. And if it's not suitable to be all the way on the earth, that block is a great thing to sit on to bring your hips a little bit higher, that book that you went and got. I'm gonna do that because those 13 miles on a bike really feels like I wanna be a little bit taller. Gives my hips a little bit more space. So bring the spine really tall. Just start to notice the breath. As I start to talk, remember that you don't have to see everything on the screen. Remember that you don't necessarily have to be in the deepest rendition of any posture that I suggest. And remember that you are in charge of this practice today. You have the power to back off. You have the power to be safe, smart individuals that are just here to move and breathe. Hopefully feel better at the end. So as we've already sat here for just a few months, you may notice that your spine kind of started to compress a little bit. If that happened, go ahead and keep sitting really tall. For yoga, we want a long, tall spine at all times. We'll add in breath work to this practice. And that's referred to in the yoga world as pranayama, breath work. Those two words are synonymous, the same. Smoothing the breath in and out of the nose here. You may even want to soften your eyes to close to really deepen this focus. We'll empty the lungs all the way out. Inhale, fill all the way up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. 5, 1. Pause. Retain. 1. Exhale. 6. 1. Pause. Retain. 2, 1. 2 more rounds. Inhale. 1. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Last round. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. We'll clear that pattern with a big, quick breath in. Open mouth, sigh. Make some noise with the throat. Do that again. Big breath in. Smooth the breath in and out of the nose. And we'll start to notice those little bits of retention, those pauses at the top of the breath and at the bottom of the breath. They won't be 3 seconds. They may even just be a half of a second. But try not to worry about numbers. Just let your breath be the guide to your practice. In and out of the nose, beginning to move around. Take note that yes, you are still in charge. Even though I'm up here telling you to do a bunch of stuff with your mind, body, and soul, you're the one that's in charge. You're the guide. Flexion and extension of the spine, seated cat and cow. Tip back, round the heart forward. Tip forward, close the heart, look up. 2 more like that. Last one. Come up towards neutral spine. Inhale, reach that right hand up and over. Big side bend here. Right hip attached to the earth as you reach right fingertips away. Breathe into those ribs. Exhale, let the pose settle into the body. 1 more big breath in. Ooh, yeah, that feels pretty good. Inhale, reach back up with the arm. Then take the torso up and over to the other side. Left hand up and over. On. 2 big breaths here. Inhale, find space. Exhale, let that side settle. Inhale. Exhale. Reduce the load by taking the arm away first. Come all the way back up. And then let's switch feet. Opposite foot in front, maybe awkward foot in front. Start to work into a forward fold. Still tall in the spine. Wherever your forward fold stops, you stop there. If it feels good to take your way to a deeper rendition, then you can. That's not a requirement, right? If you're compensating, if you're pulling yourself into a space, then of what that practice is, right? You don't want to do those things. You want it to be exactly where it is and accept it over and over. In the nose, Good breath out of the nose. Work your way up to the top. And then we'll take the legs long, give them a little shake out, let some blood back in them. Right leg stacks over the left. Right sole of the foot on the earth, left foot pressing into an imaginary wall. Wrap your left arm in front and twist over your right shoulder. Again, letting your spine stay tall. Chin to right, that feels comfortable on the neck. Maybe even look down a little bit. Relax the jaw, breathe. If you can feel this on the outside of your right hip and leg, then it's probably because you're training for a marathon, and I hope you get a little bit of IT band work, Pelican. And everybody. Last big breath there. Exhale, unwind. Keep the right knee bent, but switch the foot to the inside of the left leg. And then we'll inhale, swim through, and exhale, sit back. Trying to keep you swim through. This is a little bit more activation. It's a little bit more as opposed to just like stretchy goodness, right? So keep the effort up, keep strengthening the spine, and we'll come back up to neutral spine. Open that right knee up, and then you're here for another forward fold. Still active in the left toes. Wherever you are, it's great. If you have a pretty deep forward fold and you want to take your book, hang out for a moment. There's about a million options in every yoga pose. Maybe not exactly a million, but several many. Take the one that's best for you. Take the reward. Slowly work your way back up. And then we'll switch sides. Left, right leg comes long. Left knee bends and steps over that right leg. You may want to flash out from underneath yourself. Yes, the nicest way to say move your tuchus. Sit up tall. Right arm crosses in front of the knee for your twist. Left arm back, chin towards left shoulder. Active in your right toes. Press right foot into imaginary wall. Two more breaths here. Nice big stretch on the outer leg, outer hip. Slowly unwind. Step that right foot in, or left foot inside right leg, and then we'll take a little swim. Swimming in, still keeping the knee pointing up, staying really tall. Swim it out. It is summer after all. Let's go 3 more just like that. Actually, 3 more now. Take some effort to keep that knee pointing up. Back up to the neutral seat. Open up left knee, forward fold for a reward. Block optional, book optional, just hang out in a rewarding spot. Right toe is still active to really get into the back of your leg, the hamstring area. Last 2 full breath cycles here. Work your way And then we'll just take the soles of the feet to touch, give you a little butterfly bounce. And bring your weight to your first downward facing dog. Feet are hips distance apart. Knees are unlocked at all times. I'm going to say that 2 more times. Knees are unlocked at all times. Knees are unlocked at all times. Palms press really flat, fingertips spread wide. Bring some space into the neck by keeping those shoulders away from the ears. And engage the belly towards the spine. In your down dog. And all those things I listed was just a tip of the iceberg of the things that are happening in down dog. This is your home base for your rest posture, but I know you don't think that right now because there is full engagement. Here's the thing, full body engagement happening right now. Smooth your breath. You're not here forever, but you're here for a little bit more time. So stay for 3 more full breaths. Stay for 2 more breaths. Stay for your last breath here in down dog. Exhale fully. Set your knees down. Tuck your toes under and sit onto those feet. Another one specifically for Alex, but this is awesome for teach this in almost every one of my classes. You are stretching the feet out right now. You are giving the toes a chance to be open. You are opening all of that connective tissue. And if this is so much sensation that you can't handle it, then take a few breaks. Take some breaks. This is your practice. If it feels like, oh, this is a lot of sensation, but I can't handle it, you probably just need it. Right? Probably just like, oh, this feels really good because I need it. Just a few more moments here. Slowly, everybody off of those feet, tap them out, make some noise. Tuck your toes, head back to downward facing dog. Pedal, move, explore. Your booker block should be somewhere towards the front of your mat. That towel or belt should also be somewhere towards the front. Your choice is there. We'll start through our first set of sun salutations. Take as much time as you need. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out, stay down dog. Big deep breath in, look forward to the thumbs. Exhale, empty the lungs, come high on the toes, and travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, knees are unlocked, flattest back you can create, stay there. We're gonna pause in every spot so that you can really get your body used to it, and then we'll take it with a little bit more action, a little bit more effort. So this halfway lift, the knees are unlocked, the collarbones are broad, the eyes are down, so your neck is really long. Neck is part of the spine. Big breath in. Exhale, fold into yourself, heavy head. Inhale, halfway lift. You'll do that a lot. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift up to the top. Strong, flat back. Rise up, breathe up. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips back. Hands can be at the heart or at the hips. I like them at the hips to start because you don't want to stick your butt out like a duck. You don't want to be really round. You want that neutral pelvis. Big deep breath in, big deep breath out. Remember I said we were staying in each posture so you can get your body used to it. 4 corners of the feet pressing down, engaging those inner thighs, engaging the glutes. Big breath. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, halfway lift. Look, I told you we were going to do that again. Exhale, step to the top of a push-up, plank pose. Hands under your shoulders. If you need to use knee plank here, that's a fantastic way to reduce the load, and I suggest you do that every single time. Sometimes it's better on the low back, so do what's best for you. We'll take a big, big breath in here. Exhale, elbows graze the ribs, chest comes forward as you lower all the way down. Resist gravity. Press the toenails into the mat, lift through the heart. Low cobra, chin is tucked a little bit. We'll pause again. Next time it will just be one breath. This time it's several breaths. Core activation, legs are strong. Trying not to pinch the butt too much. Exhale, lower the head back down. Strengthen through your knee plank or plank and tuck the toes to downward facing dog. So that was the whole thing. Stay in down dog. Next one, I'm just going to lead. So as to break you from looking at the screen, because I know that it's like one of those things, the screen is there, you gotta look at it, you're in down dog, stay. Let my words move through you, and if you don't get it right, that's okay, I promise. All right, big breath here. Empty the lungs. Big breath here, look forward to the thumbs. Empty the lungs, come high on the toes. Bottom of the breath, step to the top of your mat. Hands on shins, inhale, halfway lift. Feel the heart forward. Exhale, fold into yourself for fold. Inhale, pass through that flat back up to the top. Rise, reach, arms up. Exhale, draw that bounty into your heart center. Inhale, chair pose, sit the hips back, knees are stacked over ankles. Exhale, fold into yourself, forward fold. Inhale, long spine, half lift. Exhale, step to plank, top of a push-up or knee plank, your practice. Breath in there, all the way down, lower down. This is not 6th grade push-up. Resist gravity. Inhale, lift through your heart, strong legs. Exhale, lower back down, tuck those toes, lift back through plank or knee plank, and head to downward facing dog. So that was a lot faster, right? That's okay. If it was too fast, modify it for yourself. Now, if it was too slow, that's not, you don't get to get up because you wanted it to be over faster. I've played that game. Big, big breath in here. We're gonna do it again. Exhale. Inhale, down dog. Look forward. Exhale, high on the toes. Empty those lungs. Travel forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat, flat back. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, rise up, reach. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine for a half lift. Exhale, step or hop back to plank, lowering all the way down. Option to go all the way down, or chaturanga option is high to low plank, up to down dog. That is for strength. And if it didn't feel good, then don't do it. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Empty your lungs. Big breath in. Empty lungs, high on the toes. travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pass through that flat back up to the top. Rise, reach. Exhale, hands through the heart. Inhale, chair pose. Sit into your chair. You are the chair. Exhale, fold into yourself. Long spine. Step back to plank or knee plank. Big breath. Lower all the way down, or chaturanga, high to low, up to down for strength. Back to down dog. 2 more rounds. Big breath in. 1 more round. Big breath out. Big breath in. Look forward. Empty those lungs high on the toes. Travel forward. Inhale. Halfway lift. Long spine. Exhale. Fold into yourself. Inhale. Rise up. Reach up. Arms up. Exhale. Heart center. Chair pose. Sit back. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, lengthen out, flat back. Exhale, step to plank, knee plank option. All the way down, we lower, or high to low, up to down. Your options. Your safe, smart options. Back to down dog. Okay, walk forward to the top of your mat. And we'll find that block on its lowest setting. It's the book on its lowest setting. And just so I'm aware, did anybody not grab one of those? Because if that's the case, you can absolutely do this without any prop whatsoever. This is just kind of an added fun. We'll step onto that book with 1 foot and imagine that there's another book underneath the opposite foot. So strengthen that foot. The knees are not locked, they're strong. The legs are engaged. So on the block or book or the earth stays. The left leg is going to come up to 1 leg mountain and then back down. It's like a little half march here. Up to 1 leg mountain and then down to a little march. Eyes are locked on something not moving. The screen is not a good place for your eyes right this second. Just let yourself be here. Last one, we're going to bring the knee up. Here's a change. External rotation, figure 4. Left ankle's on top of that right knee. Left knee is pressing open. Hips are staying level to the front. Pause. Take a little bit of time to balance, to bring more balance into your practice. If you want to take a little bit more action here, you can start to sit back. This is optional, not a requirement. Feels pretty good to stretch that left outer hip. Actually, really amazing feeling. Bring it back up. Step off. Give it a little hokey pokey, shake it all about. Your standing leg. Other side. Left foot steps on. Right foot's on an imaginary block or book. So it takes a little bit of effort just here, right? Yeah. Stay with that. And if you wanted to stay right here, you absolutely could. Or start to take your little march. Slow and steady. Marching it out. Just those. And then the next one, we'll change it up. External rotation, figure 4. Right ankle, top of left knee. 4 by. Stay there, feel some strength there, feel the space across the hip, pressing that knee open and resisting the urge to follow that knee. If you want to take it a little bit further, you could work towards a seated figure 4. Eyes on the floor, not moving, is very helpful. Ooh. Second side feels just as good as the first. And you're done. You'll come back up. Off of that. Take a little hokey pokey, shake it out. Okay, standing back towards the top of your mat. Step your left foot back and we'll find a warrior 2 stance. You're like, what? I don't even know what that is. That's okay, I'm about to explain it. Right foot points forward. Right knee works to as close to 90 degrees as possible. If you need to come up out of this, absolutely do. Back toes point in just a slight bit to give this back hip a little bit of external or internal rotation, pardon. And then we sit up really tall in the spine. So sometimes the urge is to kind of pitch forward or pitch back. Let's go ahead and keep the spine really tall. Extend the arms, active all the way through the fingertips. Look over that front finger or look straight ahead, whichever feels best to you. Staying here, engaging the legs. We'll inhale, straighten through the right leg without blocking the knee. Exhale, reach up and over that knee. Inhale, return. Exhale, rebend. Let's just do that 2 more times. Inhale, straighten through the leg. Exhale, reach up, 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 long side. Exhale, back to the top. Exhale, lower down. That's what it was. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Reach for your belt or towel. I'm using a little towel. And we're just going to reach it behind the back. I'm going to do a quick turn so you can see what I'm doing here. It's just hands in a little towel action. From here, sit really tall, broaden collarbones, 4 forward, humble warrior. Feet are strong. This is a lot of effort. Stay with it. Smooth the breath. Look back at that back foot. Make sure it's still there. Ooh, it is. Let's come back up. Straight that front leg. Drop your towel. And then Trikonasana. Right hand inside right knee. Left hand comes up. Triangle pose. Front knee still not locked, just strong. That top hand, turn the palm around. Back of the hand can come to the low back for an added shoulder stretch. I like to bobble the head around until it feels comfortable. Maybe the eyes up, maybe the eyes down, whichever feels best to you. Try not to scrunch the forehead. Reach back up with that hand. Exhale, return to warrior 2. Take a big breath in warrior 2. Feel strong. Step back to the top. Mountain pose. Hands to your side. Take a break. Standing break. If you want a little sip of water, you could take a sip of water here. Back to the top of your mat. Left foot stays forward, right foot steps back. Warrior two, second side. Again, settle into this. Try to work your way low here if you can, and then lock it in by engaging the inner thighs. Legs are strong. Back toes point in just a little slight bit. Front knee pushes forward and out towards the body behind you. Sit tall, arms out. Smooth breath in the nose, out the nose. Begin to move a little bit. Inhale, straighten through the left leg without locking the knee. Exhale, reach up, up, up. Long left side body. Inhale, return. Exhale, rebend. Just two more like that. Inhale, straighten to the left. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, return. Exhale, rebend. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach. Inhale, return. Exhale, rebend, warrior two. Reach for your towel. You could always just interlace the fingers too. This is just a little bit more space. Interlacing the fingers would look a little something like this, trying to keep the palms together. Big breath in, collarbones broad. Exhale, humble warrior, pour into the middle. A lot of effort here. Stay low in the head and keep the legs really strong. Last moment here. Slowly exhale, rise back up. Warrior two. Left leg straightens without locking. Reach up. Left hand inside left knee. Right hand up to the sky. Triangle. Raise your hand if you're having a really good time. Excellent. If you want to add a little shoulder work, turn the palm around. Back of the hand, behind the low back, still strong in the core. Wobble that head until you feel the spot that you like. Last full breath in here. Here. Inhale, reach that hand back up. Exhale, return to warrior two. This time we're going to change it up. Take a big breath in. Step to the middle of your mat. Ooh, shake it out. Give a little shake, rattle, roll. Okay, if you have healthy knees, then this one could be pretty fun. If you don't, you might want to skip it, or you might just want to modify to a chair or something like that. A chair pose. So, big toes touch. Lift up to those tippy toes. Seal the palms over your head. Squeeze the biceps towards the ears. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. From here, we're going to start to take the knees out. So the ankles of the feet are touching, and lower, slow. Slow, 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 slow. Resist falling all the way down. Come down. Little toe squat. Hands can be on shins. Hand can be on that block if you need a little added stability. It's a little bit of balance work. One of the other reasons we compared the toes earlier. Stay with us. And we'll come out of that, come to a seat. we're going to start working in towards the surrender phase of this practice. But I think we should do something kind of fun and silly. We'll work on sundial pose, and I want you to know that as we go through this, there's about a dozen places you can stop. Left hand, outside of the left foot, pick up that left foot. You could stop right here, and you could just do this as your practice. If that's where you are, then honor that space and be okay with just doing this. It's great. Feels good on the hip. If you want to take it further, you could take the knee and like you're rowing a canoe here. Next is to take your shoulder underneath your knee. What? Like a backpack. Right hand on top of the left foot, left hand presses onto the earth. So you could stop here. I don't really know why you would necessarily, because if you're already here, the next stage is right around the corner. Sundial is kicking on the foot to straighten the leg and keeping the hand pulling. Right, I look kind of like a sundial. And then triangle while you're here. Can you do it? I bet you can. Can you smile? I bet you can. And when you're ready to come out of that, slowly let yourself down out of that. Probably straighten through that left leg. Kick. Right hand, outer right foot. Let's move to the other side. Moving around, take your time. Stop here, do this. A lot of work, a lot of fun, a lot of movement in the hip. If you want to work further, if you're rowing a canoe, if you want to work further, right shoulder underneath the knee like a backpack. Left hand on top of the foot, right hand pressing on the earth. Right? Get that down so that you can work further. My right hip is kind of sneaking off the earth, right? We're not seated, both hips on the earth at this point. If you want to go all the way to sundial, kick and pull on that foot. Press into your right hand as well. Right, that hand on the earth is there as a kickstand. This side's a little tougher for me. You might hear it in my voice. But try to find that joy. Can you smile? I bet you can. Gently let yourself out of that. Woo. Take that right leg long, give it a little shake, shake, shake. Okay, now we're gonna work into a little bit more surrender. That was kind of our keep posture, just a little fun action. Back to our tabletop position. We're going to half pigeon. If you already know what that is, you can start working there. Right knee to right wrist, right ankle towards the left. I like to keep that toe pointed for rotation in the knee. And then walk your left knee back so there's some space on that outer right hip. If you need a block underneath the hip for support, you absolutely can. If this is not great on your knees, lay on your back and take a figure four stretch. When you're ready, if you become ready, work your hands out of the equation. So you're really not propping yourself up with your shoulders. A lot of times as yoga teachers, we see straight to elbows. You're putting some stress on the shoulders here. So if this is necessary, just try to do it without as much stress. If it's not, let yourself all the way into it. We're here for almost a minute. So just breathe. Stay wherever you can and accept this space. I will be bringing you back out very shortly. Just stay. Ready. Come back up to your hands. Bring that left leg towards you a little bit. And then come back to tabletop. Ooh, shake out your right leg. Tourniquet effect happening there. We kind of cut off the wiper a little bit, but feel a little tingly. Move that around. And then we'll work to the other side. Left knee, left wrist. Rotate it to the middle. Keep the toe pointed. Right knee walks back till there's space, walks back. And then if you become ready, laying all the way down, taking the arms out of the equation. Just hang out here. Approaching the midway point here, you may have noticed how the body is changing, how it develops, how it lets go. See if you can keep letting go of any of the tension in the body. When you're ready, bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring that right leg forward, left leg back, give it a little, ooh, yeah. Okay, it's almost time for our final resting position. Go ahead and lay all the way onto your back. Pull the knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, a squeeze of gratitude. Feel good to draw those knees in circles. Good. We're on our final 4 moves here. Let both knees fall over to the right. Let your left shoulder stay down. Twist. Head the knees back to the middle and over to the left. Right shoulder stays down. Opposite twist. Back through to the middle line. Any movement here that you want. Suggestion for happy baby, hands on the outsides of the feet, soles of the feet towards the sky, knees towards the floor. Rocky back and forth like the happy babies that we all are if you want to. And then we'll let the legs long, let the ankles fall wide of each other and the palms up. Get your wiggle worms out now. Go ahead, move around as much as you can, or rather as much as you need, so that you can find stillness for just a few minutes. Close the eyes down, let the breath back to natural. I'm coming to seated, you're staying. You probably shouldn't have even seen that because your eyes are closed, right? We'll take a body scan a couple times. Inhale, scanning the body up to all the way to the crown of your head. Exhale, letting that body scan all the way to the toes. Just 2 more times. Body scan, up, and down. Body scan, up, and down. Remain here in corpse pose, Shavasana. When your brain wanders, that's okay. Try not to attach. Try not to make up a story of why you think, just be here. I will bring you out in just a few moments' time. Your job is to be still. Leave your body still. Bring awareness back in breath. Notice the air traveling into your nostrils. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes, waking up the physical body back to movement. Stretch the arms overhead, big full body stretch. Good morning style stretch. And then bring the knees back to the chest and roll to one side, supported fetal position. Your arm is a pillow there. In this restful position we all started in at the beginning of our lives. Consider it an incubation period for the rest of your day. Intentions for compassionate, kind thoughts and action. Gently push yourself up towards a comfortable seat. If you want to unmute yourself so that we could all say namaste to each other, you're more than welcome. I can't unmute you for obvious reasons. The word namaste translates to I see you in its simplest form. But if you want to get a little bit deeper into it, namaste means that my light, the true light that is within me at all times, sees and honors the true light that is within you at all times. It is our job to shine that light. Take a breath in for your mind. Take a breath in for your body. Take a breath in for your spirit, your guide, your light. My light sees the light in you. Namaste. Right on time.